Hey there, can everybody hear me? Avish? Avish, can you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you.
Cool. Can you see my screen?
I can hear you. No, your screen's not up yet.
Okay, I just hit that. Hold on, folks. I thought I just hit it. Okay. Well, what about now?
Yeah, now I can see it.
Okay, cool. So let's see. Any further progress on our thing since last time?
Yeah, the workbook is pretty close to being that rough draft, so I should be able to start recording soon. Not to go back in and flesh out the text and everything.
And how many pages did it come out to?
Let me see. I mean, right now, because it's more of a workbook kind of outline, it's at like what the hell's the page number on this? Oh, there it is. I mean, right now it's around 10 pages. I have a feeling that'll be around. It'll probably be more next. I'll have to put in a bunch of text. So
Got it. And so what's going to happen is you're going to have it send. Can we send people when they order that both audio and a text file? That's possible, right? In Web Marketing Magic.
yeah, I might have to zip it up or put it as two things and put it as a bundle. But that send them all at once is not a problem.
Sweet, that's good. And so that's excellent. What?
Yeah, it's coming along. So yeah, the only thing is like next week, Amanda's off quite a bit. She has a lot of Jewish holidays, so we're going to be traveling a bit over the next week and a half.
Gotcha. Where are the travels taking you?
We're going to beautiful Lake George, New York for a few days, and I'm going to go to Atlantic City for a couple of days, mostly do the shore thing as opposed to the gambling thing.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. Well, I mean, Sabrina's been telling me that I should probably start writing my poker book or booklet, whatever it comes out to be.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put together my own thoughts on that and see what happens.
Cool, yeah, I'm
So
curious.
speaking of which, that's something maybe I'll discuss with you right here. Um, so the whole idea is that it's kind of interesting to be able to find find or find or already have a, a passion and then turn it into info product riches. So my thought is here that what I've sort of I've done a lot of my own reading in this field. I've gotten sort of a framework that I can put down. So my whole thing would be to come up with an outline, and put it into. So I would have probably somewhere I would do this. I would have chapter one, all the way through chapter, let's just say 10, and a conclusion. And then what I do is go into each of the chapters and put in one bullet point, two bullet points, all the way down to probably four or five. And then I would I'd do that first, and then I'd write it. And if there was a need to have some kind of an accompanying audio program with it, I could do that. I would probably also, I think I have a site, a domain name to match the product. And then what I do is just have someone like you, if you know enough about poker to be able to ask questions, we could put together a question and answer based on this outline and whatever the text is. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good. What's your kind of your funnel for this? I mean, is there another offering after the book or
Yeah. Well, the long term goal. There's a guy named. Let me just show you who this is. If I can find. I always forget his name here. Hold on a second. Um, his name is. Crap, I always forget his name. He's won like 3 WSOP bracelets now. That's World Series of Poker bracelets. And his name is. God, he'd hate me. Is it Mark? Let me just check my phone here because I sent him a congratulatory message after he won his World Series bracelet. I'll try and find him here if I can. Of course, that would be too easy for me to find him. God, he was it's bugging me. I have him somewhere, but anyway. So here's what the funnel would be. So the funnel would be that there are people who come to Vegas, and we would hold Thursday / Friday live events somewhere on the strip, maybe in a hotel room, where we'd have a max of probably 8 people paying as much as probably $397 for a 3-hour class. My idea would be to have, maybe if we had Thursday and Friday, one starting at 9 a.m., one starting at 1 p.m. for both, for both of those. That would be that's sort of the back end. So the maximum revenue, let's just say we had 4 classes, so 32 times about 400 is looking at, what is that, $12,000? Yeah, about $12,000 per week. That would be that's the back end there.
Got it.
So we're trying to get people into, I think that's right? Yeah, 48. Yeah, that's about right. Trying to get people into a live event is what it is, and then from there, it would be individual coaching would be the upsell to the live events. And that would be somewhere, and again, depending on who's doing it, that could be somewhere around, like, I don't know if I told you this, but I emailed back and forth with Vanessa Selbst.
No, I'm not. Who's she?
She's probably the top female player in the world. You don't know who she is? So she gets $600 an hour for her coaching. And if we were to do something like whatever, 175 to 200, something like that. So that's the model there.
Got it.
And yeah, so it starts out with an outline. Also, the other thing that's kind of cool, I don't think I've told you this, is finally, after much ado here, Bob and I are going to be releasing products for license. So licensing will commence shortly for the Bob Bly / Fred Gleeck products. And the way that we're going to be doing it is we're going to be having 2 licenses, the master license and the, quote, standard. I'll just put it without the quotes. Standard license. Hold on, I think I hear Kyle here. Let me just take a quick thing. 1 second. Hold on, folks. Okay, so Yeah, so the master license and the standard license, um, to differentiate between these two, again, a master license is you have the right to sell licenses, standard licenses, to others, plus all the rights of the standard license holder. And the standard license holder can sell, or if they want, give away the product slash program. We're not by law allowed to tell them what we can, what they can sell the program for. We have a suggested retail price of X, which is I think either $77 or $97. The master license price, I think we're setting at around $2,997, and the standard license price we're setting something at like $397. And right now we have 3 programs ready to go. And also with master licenses, max of 5 master licenses will be sold, which obviously tops out the revenue per license per product at about $9,000 per program. And this one is unlimited number. And so that's, and obviously it'll help both of us fill our funnels even more when people start circulating these products. Any questions on that? Have I made that clear?
Both licenses involve also not changing the product at all, right?
Yeah, both no changes can be made to the program. It can be sold. Actually, I have a document that and Stanley actually created. Let me just show you this. It's kind of cool what he did. If I can pull this up real quick. Put in Stanley. And just show you this real quick here. Okay, licensing. Licensing docs here. Let's see. No, that's not the one that he created. Where's the one that he created? Huh. Let's see here. I want to see the. That's kind of weird. Where is that? Let's see. Oh, okay. Here it's here. Here it is. Look, check this out. Let's see if I can. This is in a very large form. Let me size this down. So check this out.
Nice.
So looking very, very official. And it says master license for per name of product here. This master license is one of 5. Name of the program, issued to. Is that big enough for you to see, by the way?
Yeah, I can see it just fine.
In purchasing this license, you agree to the following conditions. You may sell standard licenses to others based on the terms and conditions of the standard license agreement. A maximum of only 5 master licenses will be sold for this product. You may sell this audio program in either physical or electronic form, either on or offline. Speaker fulfillment services will be informed you have a license and will duplicate them for you if you wish. If you can, if you so choose, duplicate them for yourself. Maintain a high level of quality with your packaging. You may not make any changes to any of the audio content. You may not add an audio commentary before or after the audio is being licensed. This license is non-transferable. It cannot be sold to a third party in any form. If you're not in agreement with the above terms and conditions, please let us know before you sell anything and do so within 72 hours. We will issue you a refund. So there you have it. that is the master license agreement that we're doing there. And then there's also the standard license agreement, which looks pretty much the same, but I guess we could always show that as well, just to give everyone an idea. And so that is this one here, which we will naturally size down as appropriate. And here's the same thing, but the standard license, and there is no numerical thing on it, but it says it's basically most of the elements of the other one except for the ability to sell to others. So there you have it, and that's pretty complete. What's the latest on Speaking Expert? Any new info, new data? And by the way, all of a sudden, this is what's really, it's kind of weird, but I guess it's because I don't have a paid tracking program. I'm just using Google Analytics. All of a sudden, sometime within the last 10 days, all of a sudden my number of unique visitors jumped from an average of about 100 per day to 200 a day. And there's only one problem. I have no idea why.
Did you check the traffic sources? Was there a new traffic source in there?
I was asking Stanley for that, and he said we don't get that or something. I was really? I mean, we don't get that.
Odd.
But so it's kind of wild that all of a sudden had this pretty big jump. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing with the licensing. I think that licensing makes sense. Almost, depending on what you're producing. Especially with something where Bob and I are produced. I think the 3 programs we started with, I forget what they are. One was on, I forget what they were, but we picked 3 of the most popular, and we re-recorded. I think we recorded the Instant Guru one, and 3 others, and plus two more, I should say. And those were the ones that were selling the best. That's how we did it. And we said, well, if a lot of people are buying this, then we should probably do a licensing deal. And as true to my regular form, the idea is Bob collects the dollars and sends me a check. The way that I always like it. I just like to get checks. I do not like collecting the cash. Not my thing. So what about any change standard numbers for Speaking Expert, by the way?
Pretty standard. Maybe, the average maybe is up 1 a day versus the previous week, but it's around the same right now.
Gotcha. And just to give you a little bit of insight onto Bill DeWeese here with voice-over-training, voice-over-training.org. We came up with a whole list of things that I was going to do with him, and we're moving quickly to implement some of those things. And he's just, he's kicking butt. He's got a lot of stuff that's going on, and a lot more stuff that will be coming online. One of his big frustrations is the amount of time he has to spend doing all the info product stuff, but he realizes that it's worth it long term. And there you have it. So it's there's plenty going on. And you have any other thoughts, questions, ideas?
I don't. I mean, kind of moving along with the current project, so
So what is there anything that I can do to help you on that?
Not at this moment. I'll probably maybe send over the workbook kind of outline I have, and you can take a quick look at it and see if anything you think needs to be added or changed. Because it's also got talking points, so when I'm going through, I'll know for the workbook what I need to talk about in each section. That's about it.
Do we have any kind of what we should do? Why don't we include a copy of the product funnel or some other things? In other words, why don't we pack it with a few other? Why don't we bulk it up with stuff that might benefit us? Like, for example, Do you have a specific domain name for Web Marketing Magic that you use as your affiliate link?
That's a good question. I don't think I do.
You should. So why don't you set yourself up with and what? So my thought is that add to the basic product Avish is creating with the following: $1 million Rolodex. God, the terminology just gets so overused. Um, let's put in there, the product funnel, um, promotion for Web Marketing Magic, your affiliate link, promotion for anything else like that we can join. Like, do you have your version? You don't have the ultra cheap domain thing, do you?
No, that I haven't done.
Okay, so if you're going to do that before you do this. We should be thinking about all the various other, and then brainstorm other elements we may want to promote. And the nice thing about it is it looks like it's creating more bulk, but it's also creating more opportunities for us to get people on board with other things.
Yeah.
One of the things that we could offer people, which I just came up, I think this is a brilliant idea. Thanks very much. If people buy this program, they maybe either there's two options here. Option number one, automatically are allowed to resell it and keep the money, or two, for an additional X amount of dollars, $10, $20, whatever, are allowed to resell it and keep the money. As long as we have plenty of other stuff that we're promoting in there, it becomes a really good deal. What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of got to go through it. I think right now I've been so focused on content, I haven't been thinking about what else is being promoted within the product, so I need to make sure that stuff's in there.
Yeah, okay, well then think about this. Think about the fact that since it's an inexpensive product, and this is one of the main reasons why I would do this, is because it's an inexpensive product, I want to make sure that we can bounce people back to other places, make them or have opportunities to sell them other stuff, make it so that this thing becomes as widely distributed as we possibly can.
Okay, that makes sense.
Cool. Okay, well, nothing else. I think we'll button it up for this week.